2023 is not going to come easy. And I'm not talking about the year 2023. I'm talking about the event that is going to happen come 2023, the presidential election in Nigeria. We have different presidential aspirants, all of them representing their various parties. And we know that we are in the season right now, vituperations and stone throwing at each other. Bola Tinubu, representative of APC, Atiku, representative of PDP, and we have Peter Obi, representative of Labour Party, amongst others. I have just called out the three heavyweights, not because the others are not important. You need to understand the kind of politics in Nigeria and the dispensation that we are in right now. Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, has been told to voluntarily withdraw from the presidential race to avoid embarrassment over his alleged drug-related offenses in the United States of America and the perjury case filed against him at the High Court in Abuja. Peter Obi Support Network, POSN, made a call via a statement signed by the group's Deputy Director of Communications, Emmanuel Adesoji, in Lagos. The statement said that Tinubu's alleged drug dealings, which was extensively explained in a report titled Bola Tinubu from Drug Lord to Presidential Candidate, established in the West African Weekly, was a result of months of collaboration between legal practitioner Mike Enaoro Iba and a Chicago law firm, Lay, Essenberg and Frinkel Limited. Now, before I proceed, the West Africa Weekly had a column, and one of our investigative journalists, who said he's a staunch supporter of Peter Obi, came forward with this. Bola Tinubu did not work in Deloitte. Deloitte is an international audit firm. Bola Tinubu, according to the report, claimed that he worked there. That's one. The group further said there were established discrepancies in some of the information the APC presidential candidate supplied to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in his Form EC9. According to Peter Obi's group, they said 1. Different dates of birth, failure to provide evidence of attendance of school that appears on his academic record. So we have 2. Date of birth, discrepancies, and failure to present academic record, and failure to disclose secondary citizenship, alleged forgery of a university degree certificate, a potential instance of identity theft, and others were the basis for the legal action filed by Naoro Iba. People have asked for pictures of Tinubu in school, pictures that most of us have. Tinubu has not presented that. He should, if he wants to, at least to put people's mind at rest. But he is not forced. It is not mandatory. It's not mandated that he has to bring pictures. The established body, INEC, should do that job. But people are still not yet satisfied. And about secondary citizenship, many of our politicians have that. Bola Tinubu probably has British citizenship or American citizenship, either of them. Well, they say they call on APC candidate to honorably withdraw from the election as there is damning evidence to show his ineligibility to contest the election. He should not wait for any candidate or party to approach the court, because if that happens, it's more likely that the court will order INEC to disqualify him. This sounds funny, isn't it? I'm sure if you are in the kind of politics we have in Nigeria, you will not step down. It is not done. It's not done in Africa. What will make Bola Tinubu step down? What will make him step down? They say he should step down. This is child's play. It's like talking to a baby. Although this would have made sense in a system that works, Bola Tinubu will not even be able to get to that point. And if he did somehow find a way around it, by now he will be cooling his feet in prison. That is if all of this allegation that has been put forward against him are genuine. That's it. Not hearsay. They say they checked, they did this. One investigative journalist did this. No. It doesn't work that way. They said he should step down and go home with honors, hoping that Bola Tinubu will listen to them, go home, relax, and say, okay, you know what, let Peter Obi go in, let other people go in because they said, no, it doesn't work that way in our climb. And moreover, Bola Ahmed Tinubu might decide to shock people by presenting to them certain documents, and he might say, you know what, I do not want to put this out for people to see and say, oh, let them speculate and think whatever they want. I want to be president and I will be president. Now, this same issue came up when he contested to be governor of Lagos State, and somehow he was able to, get over this, and he ended up becoming what he is. They even said, oh, queries were sent by the Nigerian agency, security agency, and they asked if Bola Ahmed Tinubu had been indicted for so crime, and the report is no. That is it. Meaning, the investigation that was carried out, they eventually realized that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, somehow was able to scale through whatever it is. He wasn't charged and sent to prison. That's it. Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not serve time in prison for any crime. And most of the times, we know that before you are arrested, apart from the bust and they try to investigate you, before you are, arrested or whatever thing it is, they often would have built up a case against you. Solid case. They will make sure that, in fact, you all know that if the FBI or the CIA are building up a case against you, just know that you are going down already, because they would have made sure that they look at the loopholes that you might want to contest in court. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not serve time in jail. Money, they said he had to give back. Of course, if he could not account for that amount of money, he will have to, he will be putting those money back. As he said back then, oh, the money, and according to the report, oh, this money, yes, it was put in my account, but I don't know, they said this and that. I said, all right. And they will say, okay, you know what? You will have to return this money because you cannot show evidence or proof. That is how Bola Ahmed Tinubu's, he's in this, he's involved in that. That's how all of these things went off. Now, people are beginning to say that certain Southeasterners are just coming together, operating in a way that, doesn't, that is not healthy. But I think this is the time everyone will be throwing shades at each other, throwing stones at each other. This person is not the right candidate. That person is not the right candidate. Some people will be spewing out numbers. Peter Obi does that, spews out numbers here and there. Spewing out that number is okay. That doesn't mean that the person is going to do the right thing. Why? Because we have a weak system. If the system is weak, an intelligent criminal can do and undo. A foolish person can do and undo. So it's not about spewing number. That doesn't make Peter Obi the best person, the best candidate. Neither does it make Atiku or Tinubu the best candidate. Once we have a system that is strong, policies, laws, rules that are strong, anyone that steps in there will just be a caretaker. What are your thoughts as regards this one? Let us meet at the comment section below. And do not forget to subscribe if you have not done so.